Hi everyone, this is Faeine Grant here with themodernrealtors.com. Today I am with Kevin Browne. Now he's the owner of Homelife. And now Kevin, let's get a little more detailed in that. You wear many different hats, so how would you introduce yourself?
I'm definitely a realtor. I've been a realtor for a number of years, and after picking up my real estate license, I decided that I wanted to venture into teaching. So I work for BCREA as well as some of the member boards.
So for those of you who don't know, what is BCREA?
BCREA stands for British Columbia Real Estate Association. It's part of organized real estate, and it's an association of which realtors are members. And one of the divisions of BCREA is education, and I work for them as an instructor and development of curriculum. So I started picking up the courses a couple of years after becoming a licensee, and it wasn't much longer after that I became a managing broker, and then I had an opportunity to become an owner with a couple of business partners. Michael and Brian are my business partners, and Matthew as well. And we own a company in Chilliwack, and we also own the store here in the office here in Abbotsford.
Yeah, because we've seen a lot of change with the office over the last couple of years. Now we've gone from Homelife Glenair Realty to now Homelife Advantage Realty. Just so that I've got the right timeline. So originally you took over the Chilliwack office first, and then you came out to Abbotsford. Is that kind of how it all happened?
Yeah, we, Michael and Brian and myself, we ended up, it was their dad that owned the company. Right. And it's their uncle that owns the company here in Abbotsford. So they have both built a legacy with Homelife in the community for years and years, and have built a business that we didn't really have to build ourselves. So it was quite complimentary and a fairly easy transition for us, where we were already working to have that opportunity to come into an ownership position. So we're really thankful to have that opportunity and to kind of build on the legacy that they put before us.
You've also implemented a whole bunch of new exciting programs since taking over the company. So can you talk a little bit about what kind of new programs in education training that you've implemented for all of the new agents and even experienced agents?
We really believe in a culture for the agents, and Homelife has long been established across the country as a higher standard agents company. And so we believe that contributing to a higher standards agent profile would certainly be education. So we do provide a lot of training. We have one-on-one coaching, which I do a lot of myself. We also have in-office training, and we have some fairly regular meetings to keep them informed as to the changes that are taking place, not just in the industry, but also cutting-edge information that will help them perform at a higher level for their clients. So we exist to improve the atmosphere for the agents, and we're super proud of the culture that exists at the company. And a lot of that is attributed to the agents that work here.
Throughout my years as being a licensed realtor, I've spent some time at probably a handful of different offices right now, and I truly feel like Homelife really is a family. And the atmosphere here and just the overall feeling, there's something so comforting, and it feels like home. It feels like a very, very comfortable environment here, which is amazing. When you were talking about, you're really here for the agents, I get that feeling, definitely. And this is why I'm back here. I truly believe in the company, and also another reason why I wanted to be interviewing you, to kind of talk a little about, yes, I talk about who I am as a realtor all the time, but to kind of see the back end and where I spend my back end time and who I have training me and influencing me. This is kind of another message that I wanted to share with everybody as well. So can you talk a little bit about kind of who does what? Who do we have working behind the scenes here at Homelife?
We've got a super quality team that I'm very proud of. So we have 2 compliance officers who are involved in contract review every single day. We've got 3 managing brokers, including myself. We also have 3 divisions to our company. We have trading services, which is what Faeine does. And we have strata management, and we also have rental management. So we have a rental department manager, we have a department manager for our strata division. We have a forms department manager, we have a bookkeeping manager, and of course we have our conveyance team at our offices that are a real large part of the support for the agents.
Of course.
The conveyance team has been largely involved in some of the changes that we've made to the back end. So we have software changes in the last few months.
Yes, that's right.
That help with transaction management, and it also helps our compliance team as well. So we are very strict on compliance because we believe that provides a lot of support for the agents who are out there in the field. We like to train, send you guys out there, you guys do your deals and provide as much support as you can for your clients, while we provide as much support as we can for you as an agent.
And so now we also have an in-house mortgage broker team. Can you talk a little bit about them?
Yeah, they're the worst team in the industry. I know he'd say the same of me, so I've got to throw digs out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the Browne Mortgage team here, who is the best in the business, hands down, and that's why they're in-house brokers here.
Yes.
So that's whether it's Mackenzie, whether it's Jordy himself, David Saran, David Browne. We have just a really good, solid team of brokers that are doing such an excellent job for our clients.
How do you feel that Homelife is sort of set apart from other brokerages here in the Fraser Valley?
Well, I would say that what sets us apart the most is the culture here. We have a real strong culture of learning. We have a strong culture of community. And not just the community among realtors, we have a lot of agents that are actively involved in the community where they live. That's what I would say our niche is as well, is that we're really community focused.
Yeah.
And so I think that sets us apart because we're on purpose. We're living on purpose every day. It's a funny business. Nobody tells you where to go, what to do, or how to get there.
Yeah.
Every day we rely on each other at the office. It's a real open atmosphere. Everybody's contributing to the growth of each other's business, and that's a real sense of community, and it's a very important part of the culture here. So the learning, the engagement, and the involvement in the local community as well that the agents are doing themselves, just like yourself.
Absolutely. Well, and that's a huge part of why I'm with Homelife as well, is because it's such a staple here in the Fraser Valley, and being part of Abbotsford and so community oriented, which is such a huge part of what my business looks like. This is another reason why I choose to hold my license here as well too. So that's amazing. Can you talk a little bit about what types of things, technology-based programs that you offer the agents?
It's a tough business to operate if you're a shy person.
Yeah.
But a lot of us are shy, and it's really tough to get behind the camera. I'm usually on the other side of the camera, so this is even a little bit uncomfortable for myself today, but it's something that's totally necessary. So we want to support, again, as much as we can support the agent, we do. So we've built video rooms, we bring in some of the technology in terms of hardware, we have some software to help with the edits. And I like to just sort of what I call love on the agents. So I take you guys out when I can, and I grab some pictures of you downtown Abbotsford or in the communities where you live. And I just try and really help you feature yourselves in such a way that it demonstrates a little bit of lifestyle to show that you're a real person. You're not just, as much as you all work and you're in the contracts every day, you're also real people. And I think that is, there's an attraction there for your clients to see that, to humanize you a little bit more than just as a contract person.
So if somebody wants to hire a realtor that happens to be a Homelife agent, what role does Homelife play in the background?
Homelife provides for an extensive marketing program. We provide for an extensive compliance program, and that's all in support of our agent, which really is an indirect support of the consumer themselves. So when a consumer is looking at making a decision between different companies, I would really encourage them to choose Homelife because of the support that exists in the background and the amount of marketing that we do to expose that for the highest price while making sure that the contracts are accurate and enforceable. And also the forms of legislation that affect those properties, whether it's the Residential Tenancy Act, the Homeowner Protection Act, the Environmental Management Act. These are some examples of forms of legislation that affect the properties that you guys sell and help buyers purchase every day. So we are supporting the agents, which is indirect support for the consumers at such a high level to live up to the Homelife slogan, higher standards. And that's why I feel real confident in a consumer's decision to go with our company.
Awesome. And actually, just to kind of extend off of that, so can you explain a little bit about how each office is independently owned and operated? Because somebody that thinks, Homelife as a whole, like there's different offices of different branches of Homelife. So for example, the Homelife in Langley isn't necessarily connected with the Homelife here, although it does represent the same things. Can you talk a little bit about how that would differ?
Yeah, it's a real interesting arrangement, and I love it. I just had a meeting yesterday with Rick DeBoard, who's the franchisor for British Columbia. And that was the first meeting in a week. So we do get together fairly often to collaborate. Awesome. Yeah, to collaborate and to build that culture across the offices. So as community-centered as Homelife is, each office, it's nationwide. And we have offices spread from Eastern Canada all the way through to the west here. They differ only by ownership. So Homelife Advantage Realty Central Valley is this office.
Yeah.
And our partners here are Matthew, Michael, and Brian, and myself. And we have another office in Chilliwack, which is also Homelife Advantage. And the only difference between these offices and the offices in White Rock, for example, is the ownership structure. And albeit there are some differences among owners, we're very like-minded and we meet very often.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk a little bit about your role in home life and kind of behind the scenes. So this has been really great.
Anytime.
Yeah, thank you.